Yes, who doesn't? Because welcome to the CouncilCast. This is episode 328, being recorded on April 29th, 2025. The council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit.
Random shit?
We know at least somebody that likes random shit.
Random shit?
Random shit.
With little background and absolutely no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever.
Here's what I need to do, Silas.
Okay.
We got Brian. We have plenty of patches of him saying random shit.
We have 300 and
We have plenty.
300.
Do you really?
Maybe like 200.
Oh, do you already have something where you can change the pitch of it just by doing the? I was gonna say I was gonna grab Katie's digital keyboard.
Play him at my funeral. That would be awesome. Or no. Better yet. Make it into a little button and put it on my urn. So when people walk up to it and they push it.
You mean like the
random shit?
You mean like the "that was easy" button?
Yeah.
I would definitely buy one of those buttons.
Wasn't it you?
Brian
Was it
saying
at the
random
shop?
shit.
We were gonna buy some "that was easy" buttons and reprogram them to say something else. Was that us, Blaine, at the shop?
That does sound familiar.
That was-
I don't remember.
that
what
was
we were
your
doing.
head.
I'm trying to remember what we were gonna make it
It was
say.
in your head, Matt.
No, this was a
It's
thing. I
probably
have the
something
"that was
we
easy"
said
button
all the
somewhere.
time at the
Oh,
shop,
yeah.
I would guess. I don't remember what it was though.
I do now. I like this idea. Write it in your I don't know, whatever you need at the end of your life. Your will, I guess. Put it in there that you want
I
your
was gonna say
funeral
write
to
it
be
into your
accompanied.
millionaire pitch.
Ooh. Death. What would the company name be? Well, you noodle on it. You let us know, Brian. Let us know about your death buttons company.
That's what she
Well,
said.
if you want to see a new color, you don't have to wait until you die because an artist apparently claims to have captured a brand new color.
Nice.
How's
Oh,
that possible?
man.
Well, that's apparently
Because
the
when we look at a rainbow, aren't we seeing all the colors?
Wait. What color is it?
It's just gonna be brown. I call it brown.
it's called YOLO.
No.
Yes.
No.
No, I think that color already exists.
Next topic.
Apparently, some scientists they basically shot people's eyes with laser pulses, and it made the people see different colors.
Well, maybe we haven't seen these colors before. Now that you describe it.
So apparently that's the whole thing. The scientists are like, hey, we discovered a new color. We can make you see it, but there's no way for you to physically capture it. But an artist went out and was like, hey, YOLO, I made that color anyway.
So what you're telling me is that some scientists, probably after a few beers, were like, hey, you know those stickers on all those lasers we get that say do not shine directly into your eyes? And then they just peeled those right off and ignored they ever existed?
That's probably what happened, 100%.
Huh.
They're
I'm
like,
sure
"Hey,
these people were licensed optometrists or ophthalmologists.
I'll
or
bet it
whoever
was
does
actually
the
more accidental
The
than
blast
that.
shield
I
down,
bet
I
you they
can't even
just
see.
actually
How
looked
am I
into the
supposed to
laser.
fight?
There you go. Took way too long.
Genius. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to get some YOLO color that apparently nobody else can see, you can currently buy it for, I don't understand the price, £10,000 or $29.99.
Excuse me? I see now why you paused, because that's not even a conversion error unless the dollar has done something crazy.
So, would you have to look into a laser to identify that color if you painted your room that color?
Let's
Or
see
is
the
it just
color.
that
Why
color?
does nobody-
If the buyer claims to be an artist, they can buy it as art supplies. But if they're buying it as
Oh,
an
is
art
that how it
piece
works?
to hang in
Okay.
their home, then it's
It's
10,000.
What if I
Okay.
describe
Okay.
myself as an artiste?
Yeah, that works.
Then sure. Sounds about
Can
right.
somebody share the color for our audience?
Yeah, here it is.
That would have been the perfect time for that. I need to be in charge of the fucking
I don't like
soundboard.
that color.
We don't see
hold
it.
on.
Oh, you mean the poop color? Yeah, that's because
What,
you
what
had
color does it look
many
most
children.
like?
This
That's
is
a great question.
This is
Oh,
just
it's green.
this is just 9 gifts via
Yeah, I was gonna
Shutterstock.
say, I'm
It's
not
not even the
sure
color.
Oh
that's
no,
the
that's not
actual
green.
color.
That's ocean. That's what the ocean looks like.
Where's
There's nothing
we're
in
not going to be able to see it because it can't be represented, right? Isn't
they
that the
say
deal?
that it should be close to visible blue light. So they
It's
say
close
that
to visible blue, but not actually
Correct.
blue.
correct.
But they can theorize it based on the wavelength of the shit they're hitting their eyes with, and what
Right.
they
I mean,
know.
they know it's an ultraviolet color wavelength, basically. So
So what is this playing off of? Just your receptors? Is it the rods or the cones that do color? I don't ever remember.
they basically said that they're using fluorescent optical brighteners that absorb ultraviolet light and then re-emit it as a visible blue light, which then makes the materials appear brighter or whiter.
Yeah, this all tracks. I understood all of that completely.
Sounds about
Ship
right.
it. Send me some of those eyeball lasers. I want to view this new color. Can I do this with my Apple Vision Pro?
Yeah, I give it
Yeah.
a thumbs up for buy this paint, and it
I-
comes with a free laser.
I'm gonna make some
thumbs
fucking
down, 'cause that's
TikTok
just
about how to
stupid.
do this with like 2 CD player optical lasers, and a bunch of fucking tweens are gonna go goddamn blind while they're sucking on their Tide Pods.
I can see that. Well, something that you don't need to suck on Tide Pods is to sleep better with is you should stop doing your workouts before you go to bed. Everybody.
Amen.
Why? Because heart rate go up and like residual heart rate stay up.
I didn't read the full article, but basically they said yes, strenuous exercises can causes a persistently elevated respiratory rate, heart rate, and
Interesting.
core body temperature.
I mean, if I come
So-
back and we bike late, I tend to stay up later that night than other nights.
Makes sense.
Do they give any indication or suggestion on when you should be doing your workouts? Early in the morning, I expect, just to piss me off.
They do say early in the morning, but I mean in general they say don't work out 4 hours prior to going to bed.
Wow. That's a large buffer.
So you don't have to necessarily be in the morning, but
Yeah,
it
I mean, that's not
like
ideal.
after dinner.
So it's like lunch or okay.
Yeah, like
we'll
lunchtime
see.
would be
After
fine.
dinner, we eat about 5, 6 o'clock. If you did it then, I mean, it's tough because kids go to bed around that time. You're not
Yeah,
done
for like
until,
the last
8.
for like the last 2 or 3 months, I've been working out at like 8:30 because that's when the kids go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
8:30
You do what you
p.m.
got to do.
And has that impacted your sleep?
I will say that I would get done laying the kids down. I'd be like, I'm exhausted. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to go do it anyway because it's supposed to be good for me to work out. And then I would start working out, and by the end of the 30 minutes, I'd be like, I feel great. Let's
Yeah.
go do a whole bunch of more stuff. Like, I'm no longer tired. This is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be like, but I know I'm exhausted because I was 30 minutes ago. So I'm going to go try and lay down.
I mean,
And yeah, I would lay in
That's-
bed and be like, I can't quite regulate my temperature with the covers.
Yeah.
And I'd lay
That's-
there and be like, I can't fall asleep. I'm going to play games on my phone for a while.
That's why you watch something that you've seen before. That's the best
yeah, my comfort show.
sleep aid
Exercise?
is
Oh.
no watching something that you've seen before, that you
Hmm.
watch so many times that you watch it and you're like, oh, I like
plug.
this, and then you just go, you're out.
Well, what I'm hearing is you're basically undoing all of the hard work you put in doing your workout by doing it late. So
I
don't
don't think
think
that
that
I'm,
like
I
the-
don't
the
think
lack-
I
the lack-
undid
the
it.
I don't think that's
sleep
true.
the
That's
lack
not
of sleep
true.
negates it. Is that what you're saying?
no.
Where you make okay.
Yes,
Jesus.
it's a 1-to-1 conversion ratio.
Obviously not.
That if you lose that, let's say 1 to 2 hours of sleep a night, it
Right.
gets rid of 30 minutes of
reverses
exercise.
all
every
your
day.
gains.
Exactly.
Yep.
See, that's what I was afraid of. Why would I care?
It's 100% what happens.
The only thing I know for sure is that I'm not going to get up at like fucking 5:30 in the morning, which is what it would take. I don't because
I
the
mean,
kids
the sad
wake
part
up
is I wake up at 5:30
7.
normally, so
No,
I wouldn't
fuck
wake
that.
up any
I'm
earlier
not
than
gonna
that.
fucking exercise.
Well,
You wake up at
waking
5, what do
up-
you do at 5:30? Do you just like do you have like a 2
He's an
hour commute or
early
something?
riser. Like fucking Elizabeth has just went to bed at that point.
It's
Is
probably
she still
pretty
late?
close. Oh
night?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know if mommyhood changed that.
Nope. No, it's just the kids became on her schedule, so
Oh, they.
I wake
are?
up at 5:30
much.
too, but I don't. Waking up at 5:30 is different than doing something at 5:30. I mean, just being awake then is.
I mean, I
Yeah.
just wake up at 5:30. So
Brian wakes up at
leave the house at
5:30
7.
to pee for the 6th time that night. I
You
don't
know,
actually
I
know.
do-
Is that an old person thing?
That's not. I have no idea. I'm not old, but
Katie declared to me that 40 was old tonight, and that's pretty close to
Mic
what I'm gonna be. And
I wouldn't have a clue what old does, but I do get leg cramps, and so I get my
think that
workouts in.
caffeine still-
I get leg cramps in the night, so I get my workouts out in the middle of the night, and I get
Oh,
sleep
yeah.
and workouts in. So
You're not supposed to sleep with the electrodes attached, Brian.
It feels like they're attached. I guarantee it. It feels like I'm
Interesting.
being
You get leg
twisted in
cramps?
two with muscle cramps.
Have you always had these? Or is it because you're old?
It's probably because I'm old, so old that I get muscle cramps in the
Have you
middle of the
asked
night.
about this?
And of course,
I don't
I'm up
think this is
peeing
the
6
hardest
times,
question.
7 times a night.
I mean, I'll get a leg cramp every once in a while, but it's usually explainable and not.
The only
I was
reason that it-
resting.
And the only reason it takes me 6 times to go to the bathroom is because I can't empty my bladder because my urethra is so old. There you go. How about that?
That was
Is
good.
that what you wanted, Matt?
Yeah, I like
You
it.
called me old a little bit ago, you ageist, and then I tried to deny it, and then Silas makes a big
It's-
deal about it. So
There's
fine.
There's no
You're an
fucking
ageist
ageism
denier.
here. You're not protected in this podcast. Maybe others. You're not fucking employed.
There are no
Even if you
protected
were, we're
classes
not
here.
large enough.
Yeah, I say thumbs down to doing workouts at night. So there you
I
go.
said old as a member of the group, Brian.
I say thumbs down for workouts. So there you go.
I say thumbs up for controversy.
Well, if Brian did want to fix how old he is, the EU might be able to slap the repairability label
The
on
EU
his
what?
You
electronics.
went right over his intro.
Yeah, I know.
The EU what now?
The EU is putting repairability rating labels on phones and tablets.
Cool, I like that.
The label.
Okay,
The
okay.
label of this topic in the workflow is nutrition labels for your phone.
Yeah,
And I was like,
it's like
because if
the-
it's non-toxic, we can eat it.
Oh
And
yeah.
I was like, finally, the council's, information has reached a wider public, and like they're making laws about this. But no, you just labeled it silly. I see.
I mean,
Pun.
it's like
So
the
what's
broadband
the
fact sheet.
easiest to fix? Is that what you're saying? Like easiest to hardest to fix?
Yeah, basically like a scale of how hard it is to repair.
How do they
red
scale
line.
it?
It looks like a letter
Sliding.
scale, A to G. What the
Interesting.
hell that means?
Have I told my favorite numbering
A
scale
is an
ever?
all right one to fix, and G is a good one to fix.
Sure.
Surely
B
Apple
is a
products are
bad
going
one
to come
to
in as the
fix.
best.
B is a
right?
bad one.
B
Or
means
best.
bad. B for bad. A for
No,
Yeah,
sorry.
G is the one you
yeah,
want.
it's an A to is a repairability scale of A to E. Sorry. And they
Oh,
get
that
makes God, what
way more sense.
classification, so it's class A, B, C, D, or E.
God, I'm never going to be
Well,
able
which
to
is
get shit
is
straight.
A worse or better?
I don't know.
Okay.
It has to be A is good.
I would imagine.
It would be funnier if A was like the best, B was like meh, C was in between A and B actually. I don't.
Butt plug.
That makes sense.
Butt plug? I mean this is like I mean you made fun of it for being nutrition facts for whatever, but that's what the broadband score sheets look like for broadband. Like they
Yeah,
use
I
the
mean,
same
it's-
font even.
Does
I
it say
think.
which ones are? Does it say which one has an A rating?
Let's see.
No. I mean,
Not yet.
the infographic is actually fairly user friendly. So, like, I mean, I
Ooh.
like this. So the ones, the A to G is a scale of energy efficiency, and then the C on the number 2, it says the energy efficiency class of that product. 3 is the battery endurance per cycle. 4 is your repeated free fall reliability class.
Mm.
5 is your battery endurance in cycles. C is repairability class, and 7 is your ingress protection rating.
So okay, so that's gonna have to be like A is good and E
I would
is
imagine.
the worst.
Well, G is the biggest one, so that means that it probably has the biggest battery.
but that's not what he said number 1 is. He said number,
Yeah,
one, is
energy efficiency.
Yeah, but
Oh, so G has the most space for energy.
Oh my god.
It uses the most energy.
Oh.
Jeez.
And this,
Just
to me, this
poorly
clearly
designed.
means that every phone will now be mandated to have 15 hours and 35 minutes of battery life. That's what this graphic means. What the fuck are you doing? An IP68, it has to be that. It can't be anything
Everything
else.
has to. Yep.
I don't even know what XY00X cycles are, what kind of base encoding that shit is.
It's male
Male, female, 00.
by
X.
it's
Hmm.
binary, non-binary.
Like that's what the non-bolded X,
Yeah.
the capital case but smaller indicates.
I have no idea.
Oh.
I mean, I think it's a
More-
good idea.
That's
could
a
be
good
helpful
idea.
to
I like
people.
it.
Gives you a better.
Hmm.
I mean, repairability I think is a little iffy as to what that probably means yet.
I
but-
mean, repairability means a lot to the people that care.
right.
And I guess like you could argue that like the repairability thing, like, yeah, okay, it makes it harder. Like if I can't get my battery replaced at like the like strip
kiosk
mall
in the mall.
owned, not necessarily the kiosk one, but like maybe a local business is a cell phone repair. Like, iPhone, as well as I do, Blaine, iPhones have to have like tons of specialized equipment. It's a whole fucking thing.
Yep.
Just
It's
like
not
every
really that
Apple
hard.
product
I used
ever.
a screwdriver the other day and I got in.
Yeah, I just fucking took that hammer, smashed it open. The battery's right there.
I
But
think it's a good
really,
idea.
Yeah.
I like it. Thumbs up.
No, this is a good idea. The US should do this. We'd never pass something like that.
Nah, it'll happen in maybe 20 years.
I want to read the breakdowns for because I know good, bad. I don't know what goes into the good and bad.
Yeah, the link to the. I
just
don't know if
assume
they
an
have all the
apple's way at the
things yet,
bottom.
but
I don't
Probably.
like this because it feels like what they're trying to do is make it harder for companies to make money. And I want companies to be able to make as much money as possible. And it seems like the only way they can do that is by selling us inferior products. Dead
mean, I think-
billionaire.
Maybe I shouldn't. I
January
probably shouldn't be showing this on screen. I'll get
2nd,
fucking arrested.
2023. That expired 2 years ago.
Shit, I'm gonna die.
Well, you did mention the internet nutritional facts as well, but turns out that CUMCAST, everybody's favorite.
What did you
broadband
just say?
carrier,
What'd you say?
You would have.
CUMCAST.
Thank you.
Okay.
We need to be very much more clear on what our vowels are when saying the word ComCast.
CUMCASTs.
Got it?
Apparently, our favorite internet provider. Turns out that when you don't provide price transparency and predictability and reliability to your network, your customers leave.
Yeah, no
And
fucking shit.
The Comcast.
Once you
president
have the
is-
ability to. But
Yeah.
because all these ass fucking hats have created local monopolies and shit where they don't even let other ISPs move in on it and make it difficult.
Yep. So
Hmm.
apparently
Is
the executives are completely surprised by this. They're just like, what do you
Comcast-
I
mean?
liked your title in here.
Yeah.
'cause
They
you said,
can't
"Turns out if you
possibly
suck,
be
you lose
surprised by
customers."
this. What are they like the
Is-
oldest fucking like how do you not know that this is how it works?
Are they getting hurt by people leaving them?
Yeah, they are.
They really are gonna have to start selling themselves and call themselves CUMCAST.
Yeah,
God,
they
I
apparently
fucking hate the
posted,
old fucking entrenched providers. I hate them.
yeah, they lost basically a whole bunch of money and a whole bunch of customers in Q1 of 2025.
Mediacom was the
so-
same fucking way in Des Moines. As soon they tried to sue to keep Google Fiber out of West Des Moines, and then when Metronet came from the north and started fucking flanking, finally Mediacom started sending out like way better deals and like faster speeds and like just upping people that were already on plans. Maybe that one was already planned or whatever.
Probably
That
not.
happened to Dave. Remember that? They just upped his plan without no
Yep.
extra charge. Like, but these fuckers don't do any of that shit until their monopoly's threatened. They're like,
Yeah.
Your options, which aren't really options,
but
your
that's
options.
not that surprising. You don't give it away. I mean, you don't.
Yeah, but
Get on down to Real Fake Doors. Check this out. Won't open. Won't open.
Won't open.
I think it'd be fun to go to an actual place like that, wouldn't it?
Real fake doors.
Somebody has to have made
Real
pop-up
fake
thing, right?
doors.
You go in and there's just somebody giving demonstrations like, see, won't open, won't open. And that's all that motherfucker does all day. Yeah. And the fucking employee of the month fucking picture is just a frame with like one of the fake doors in the center. A small one though, like a tiny one.
But yeah,
So
apparently this is surprising to Comcast, and Comcast is to your point, Matt. They're like, hey,
so
now all of a
fucking
sudden they're like,
stupid. Are you
oh,
kidding me?
hey, yeah, actually we should provide some more price transparency and tell you when we're going to raise prices and all this jazz. So, I mean,
It's
a
less
little
about
bit
that.
That makes me
and
think of
more-
Parks and Rec when they're making fun of the internet provider, and they go,
Which one?
Parks and Rec in the
Parks
final
and
season when
I thought
Grizzle
South Park for some reason.
Grizzle says,
yeah.
"Oh, and then we did a lot of data mining. We looked at all your texts and all your emails, and then we realized you really don't like us data mining your stuff. We had no idea."
Dude,
yeah,
I'm
it comes down
completely
to
oblivious.
Comcast.
I'm sure you've read this,
Thumbs
but,
down for
Brian,
Comcast.
but
Comcast.
there's a scene in Parks and Rec where Andy's sitting at his computer and somebody asked him like, what's on this, what do I have for today or whatever, or no, it's like they're looking up a disease or like she's reading
Leslie-
off symptoms.
Oh yeah.
Leslie's sick, and,
Yeah,
and he
she's
goes,
not-
I just typed
He's
the
like,
symptoms
"FMV."
into the computer,
And it says,
that
yeah.
you could have connectivity errors.
Yeah, and everybody that is a Parks and Rec fan already knows this, but my favorite story about that scene is that it's what it was on the screen at the time. Like because they didn't have fucking internet hooked up to the prop computer that was actually on and displaying like a Chrome browser window.
I heard the
Like,
writers talking about it, and they're like, it's really frustrating when our job is to write the episode and our job is to come up with the best jokes, and on the spot Chris Pratt comes up with one of the funniest jokes of the whole series.
Right. It's because that's just how it goes. Like sometimes they just happen.
BJ Novak writing on The Office one time, he was like, yeah, so I wrote The Office, I wrote the episode where Dwight and Ryan go do a sales call together. And I was really proud of it. And I thought, this is working. Everything's perfect. And we're doing the scene where we're planting stuff out in the field because I'm getting like hazed by Dwight. And during the hazing process, he has me like doing farm work with him. And the scene's done, and Rain's like, hey, could we do one more take? I just wanted to try something. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And yeah, let's do another take. And we do it, and we do all the lines. And then at the end, Rainn Wilson goes, just as you have planted your seed in the ground, so have I planted my seed in you. And he looks up at the camera like, this is the worst thing. He said, I was looking at the camera like, you've got to be kidding me. That line is funnier than anything that I wrote in the whole episode. And he just he just improv that.
That's how it goes. Have you seen the clip about Jack Nicholson? I can't remember what movie he's in, but he like shoots someone on like the rocks near like they're like in like a harbor or a bay or something. I don't really know. But apparently the entire I'm fucking paraphrasing from memory here. Like the script, all it said was Jack Nicholson's character shoots somebody near the water. And like whoever's telling this story is like, I can't do a Jack Nicholson impression, but he apparently during filming he's like, well, why don't we just, and then this one, and then it would be actually this way, and then it was like they had
Matt Damon.
Yeah, is it Matt Damon? Yeah, and then he's like, we had him say something at the end, like he has to say something after she falls or whatever, and it wasn't in the script, but all he said, like him saying something wasn't in the script. I don't think he just straight up improv'd. She fell funny.
Yeah.
and like it's just like perfect for that particular character because like, oh, he's done this. Like he's done it enough to think that he's done it enough to have an opinion on the fact that she fell in a particularly funny way. And that was none of that was in the script. And the writers were like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I don't know. As a writer, does that bother you that much, or are you just
For
like,
me,
yeah,
personally,
that is better. Like, do the
no,
better
when
one.
I like as a writer,
But your writing got
like-
them there.
because I write direct. I know that like on the day, I've done enough directing stuff that I'm like, magic's going to happen on set. And if somebody comes up with something like best idea wins is always my philosophy. And so like,
But
hopefully I've written something that helps the final product be good enough that people.
I just feel like the writers are looking at it the wrong way in that scenario. They're not looking at it as if the show that they've been writing and creating got the actors at the point that they could make that joke. Like the character is so strong and so well played that the person who's playing that character said something that was completely novel to Andy that
But
they did not
here's the
write.
other thing. These are also storytellers.
Yeah.
That's their profession. So when we hear them talk about it, of course they're going to present it in a way
That's true.
that's most compelling. So I think that they're also playing it
They're
up
playing
a
it
little
a
bit.
bit. Yeah, that's true.
In the moment, they probably go, "No way, he just did that. That's incredible. Why didn't I think of that? That's my."
I mean,
whole
it's the
job."
same feeling we
But
all have
also,
when like somebody makes
it's
the better
amazing.
joke than you're like, God, that was the good one. God damn it, I should have thought of that. I get it.
Oh man,
CUMCAST
somebody did
sucks.
think- somebody
Fucking
did think of something
CUMCAST
better.
blows, bro.
And in the train of everything that runs Doom, you can now buy a 666 version of Doom. That
nice.
The case
A what?
plays Doom.
On the
What?
Raspberry Pi.
Yeah,
Buy a
you can
what?
buy the new Doom,
Can you show this? I'm having trouble
I'm-
visualizing
yeah, I'm
what the
working
fuck
on
we're
this.
talking about.
and the case for the game plays Doom. So it has like a little circuit board in it.
Oh.
I got one of those.
Wait, it includes sigil? I got sigil up there.
It doesn't work.
It's still in its shrink wrap. Oh my god, this is sick. That's a
There you go.
handheld cacodemon. I need this. It's amazing. Get ready
So there
to
you
vote
go.
demons down in the definitive collection. It's
How
crazy.
many
It
more
has
things
sigil in it.
can run Doom?
Oh, it's gonna be on the Switch.
This thing on?
What?
Surely they've made it so that you can play Doom in Doom, right? Is
I
that a
would
thing somebody's
imagine.
done?
I'm sure they
Nope.
have.
No
Oh
one's
my
even
God,
played the
fucking
game.
what is this? I need this. How much does it cost?
All right,
And
let's all
it's
vote.
like
Who's
666
actually played?
$666, and they're only gonna make 666 of them.
Fuck yeah!
Let-
Are they? Sold
Let's
out
vote.
yet?
Who's actually played the
Oh.
game Doom?
I have.
April 18th.
I've played them
It's
all.
sold out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Matt is the only one.
Are you kidding me?
Blaine, have you played Doom?
Yeah.
This
I
is
played
this is
Doom.
gonna sell for like.
Okay,
double the
Silas, have
value
you
on
played
eBay.
Doom?
I played it one time on CouncilCast.
I've never played
And
it.
I was
I
bad
don't.
at
I
it,
don't
and
give.
everyone
I don't
laughed at
get
me.
it.
What do you mean you don't get it? You of all of us should get it. You hop on, shoot some fucking demons to death, bam, boom, ready to go.
So there you go. I give it.
There-
That's what priests do, right?
I like.
I like Bam Boom. That was pretty good. I'll vote for that.
Bing, bang, boom.
Thumbs up for
Boom.
Doom.
2 thumbs up.
Uh,
Boom, boom.
Ah, chicken.
Well, something that doesn't have thumbs but might be able to run faster than you is a robot.
Why wouldn't the robot have thumbs?
Liquid hot magma.
What does that have to do with any of this?
Well, why does a robot need thumbs?
I don't. This picture of a robot definitely does not have thumbs. But apparently, a bunch of robots ran a half marathon in Beijing.
Oh, I watched this.
and apparently it was pretty hilarious.
Was it on an ESPN 8, the Ocho?
No, I saw it on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, it was not that fast. There was
No.
21 robots that participated in the race.
Of course, it's not that fast. Look how fucking short its legs are.
There was
Well,
only 4 of
was he
them that
wearing
made it to
Adidas?
the end, and the one that won for the robots was more than double that of the human runner. Look how fucking
He looks
slow
like
he
a
is.
mall walker. Look at him go.
Amazing.
Why is he holding on to the back of it?
It
Oh, in
didn't
case
fall
he
over.
falls over.
Hmm.
It doesn't
Twitch
get away
too.
from him.
Was the Twitch 2 release a big debacle?
Well, what do you mean?
Mm.
They did. They,
I mean,
they
nobody
announced the
pre-ordered.
pre-orders and then they delayed them because of the tariff stuff.
Oh.
They literally made the announcement, and the next day the tariffs were announced, and they said that they were supposed to start pre-orders in like a week, and they're like, actually, no, we're not going to do that anymore.
Got it. I didn't realize. I haven't followed the Switch 2. I didn't even know it was a thing as a piece of hardware that was coming until someone at work was like, this thing. And that was like, what, weeks ago, basically?
Yeah, it was a few weeks ago, but
Yeah.
supposedly they made a boatload of them. They've got a factory in Thailand or something like that they're importing them from.
I always like to see robots running, so I'm going to say thumbs up for that one.
Thumbs up for robot. Those robots.
Sure,
Robots.
why not? I'll give robots a thumbs up.
Mhm.
With that, we're going to move on to our billionaire pitches for the week. And who wants to start us off?
I have a billionaire pitch. I would like to see a billionaire.
You just
I
would
wanna
like to
see-
see one?
I wanna see a
I would
billionaire.
like to view a billionaire.
I want a billionaire to host a billionaires only belly flop competition. And all the billionaires have to jump off the high diving board and do belly flops.
Oh my
And
God.
The winner.
Are you reading from fucking
This sounds
ChatGPT?
great.
No, I'm making this up off the top of my head. The winner has to give away their $1 billion. No, the loser has to give all of their billions away to the winner.
Please feed this to ChatGPT and ask it which of the billionaires worldwide that it knows what they look like, which one would be able to do the best belly flop that doesn't have
Okay.
anything to do with their riches.
I always like to see billionaires involved in meaningless games of skill and or chance. So I say go for it.
Sounds good to me. Thumbs
Oh,
up.
I'm sorry. It's a 2022. That's 4 years old. 5. That's 5 years old. 22 minus 25. It's 6 years old.
Yeah.
There you go.
Beer does not
All right.
age. It just gets bad, Matt.
This isn't beer.
Looks like it. It said liquid death.
If every
Some
billionaire
beer
entered a
ages.
global belly flop competition, the winner would likely come down to 3 things. This is ChatGPT. Fearlessness, someone willing to go all in without flinching. Commitment to impact, a proper belly flop is judged on splash size and body slap. Sense of humor, the ability to laugh at yourself while cannonballing into
yes.
a pool of pride.
Because all the billionaires are well known for their self sense of humor.
Okay. The winner, Elon Musk, most likely to try
Oh
something
my
absurd,
God.
would definitely show up.
Would
Definitely show up in a SpaceX branded Speedo. Most insistent on doing it from a rocket boosted diving platform. High splash
No.
potential, high drama, but might overthink it. Richard Branson, most likely to flop with flair. He's already done wild stunts, including crossing oceans and hot air balloons. Would bring showmanship and confident belly flop approach. Could well win based on form and commitment. The third option, Rihanna. Yes, she's technically a billionaire, wild card winner, charisma, zero fear of public spectacle, and absolutely would commit for the win. Might turn the belly flop into a Super Bowl level event with backup dancers and pyrotechnics. Judges would be unable to resist.
Amazing.
Oh, it says in the end, Branson would take the gold, but Rihanna would bring the perfect combo of style.
I have a
flash, and
pitch.
bravado. Okay, sorry.
That's good. I just
Sorry.
I want a
sorry.
billionaire. Yeah, sorry. I apologize.
My bad.
I want a billionaire to come up with a new sound.
Plug.
A new butt plug, Brian?
No, a new sound. You know, you
New
got billionaires that. Well, we had a new color tonight.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a billionaire come up with a new sound.
You want them to
Probably
hit you with
like-
those special sound waves.
I want it to be a sound that you can only hear after someone shined a laser in your ear.
Here.
Yeah.
Sure, that makes sense. I mean, laser ears, perfect.
Laser my ears.
Laser.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It really isn't, though.
I don't care how it happens. I just want you to have we want to hear a new sound to go along with a new color.
Silas, give Brian that new sound he's looking for. Hit it. Yeah, buddy. Never heard one of those, have you?
I love this idea. I want to come up with a new sound is the exact phrase every band has used for the last 75 years.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what's the big deal about come up with a new color? I want us to come up with a new sound. It just
I want us to come up with this new sound too.
Perfect. Thumbs up, Brian. I like this part.
Yeah, get that thing
I give
started.
that 2 thumbs up.
I'm gonna go with the paint. I'm gonna extend that the paint that somebody has developed can only be seen with its own laser light show. So when you buy the paint, you also get a laser light show, and that has to run 24/7. Otherwise, you won't be able to see the color.
That's what she said.
What color will it be if you can't see the color?
7.
Yeah, 7 sounds good.
I'm told it's closest to visible blue.
Get on down to Real Fake Doors. Check this out. Won't open. Won't open.
Did they call it UV blue? Or is that taken?
That would...
Trademark on that
I
one?
love this idea. I don't understand it.
It's
Makes
as good as
me-
a new
The
sound.
more I don't understand the idea, the more appealing it is.
Perfect.
We all know that's how
Yeah.
my brain works.
Who needs a new sound when we can get a new color?
This is what he was talking about in that Back to the Future movie when he said, "You know that new sound you've been looking for?" It was this.
It was Brian's
Excellent.
idea.
Brian Adams.
That was my idea. I can't. What's his face came up with the internet. I came up with a new sound.
I don't know if Brian's from the future or going to the future, so either way.
Me and my dad wear the same pants size. I invented pants.
And
Remember
with
that
that, I'm going
Snickers
to call this
commercial?
council meeting adjourned.
I don't get to do one?
Do
you
you
have
do one, Matt?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
you got
all right.
one.
Whoa!
Oh, hold on. I got.
The
I got a
one
sound
time we
effect
don't
for this.
ask.
You got
I got a sound effect for this.
Is it applause?
Mystery sound.
That's a good one. It is. I want a billionaire to come up with a brand new smell nobody's ever smelled before.
Yes.
And I want it
love
to
it.
be induced by shooting lasers up my nostrils.
Oh,
And that will induce the new smell that nobody's ever smelled before.
I love
And
it.
I'm told that it smells closest to UV blue. to pause.
We got a new color. We got a new sound. We got a new smell.
to smellable, yeah, to smellable. Yeah, I mean, there's so many senses this could happen with. Just think, this place can probably also
There's
branch out to
7 senses.
touch. Yeah, touch. Like, let's feel a new feel nobody's ever felt before.
And I want
Or
a
is
new
that
sixth
an
sense
emotion?
that nobody's ever
A
experienced.
new
before.
sixth.
Oh my gosh.
Like the
a
sequel
seventh
to
sense.
the first one.
What the fuck movie is it? I think I'm
The
using
Sixth
my
Sense.
sixth or maybe even my seventh sense.
Oh yeah, Super Troopers.
Is that Super Troopers?
Yeah. Don't listen to that, rookie. A good cop doesn't know why he does anything. Don't listen to that, rookie.
There's some of the stupid shit is the funniest. Like, I thought Jake was gonna piss himself laughing one time when I said something. I said something about 6-finger death punch, and he was like, "Wait, you know it's 5-finger death punch? Why did you say 6-finger?" He's like, "That's fucking hilarious," and I don't know why he thought
It's one
it was
more.
the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, but this one goes to
Like,
11.
if 5 fingers are bad, 6 has got to be worse, right? I mean, you're kind of dead either way. But...
Thank you for
You got
listening.
the- you got the
We do
music
record
to
this
hook you off
podcast
stage.
live Tuesday
I
nights
love
on
it.
YouTube. If you liked what you saw and want to check out all past episodes, you can go to CouncilCast.org. You can also find the audio files on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. And if you have a topic you would like the council's decision on, you
Has
can
anybody
email us
ever
at
verified that?
@councilcast.org. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Don't talk to me.
Ring.